Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and may the 4th be with you. This is a high holy day for my people. Um, for my people being the Star Wars nerds, geeks, and those are terms, of course, I can say them because that's who I am, and that's not a derogatory statement or description. Today we're looking at the Disney Gallery, the Book of Boba Fett, which is a behind the scenes documentary of sorts about what else? The Book of Boba Fett, the Disney Plus original series. It says it's one season. It's maybe there's a going to be another episode later. I don't know, but there's one episode. It's an hour and 2 minutes long, and just so you know. But yeah, it pretty much covers the entire first season. Hope maybe there's more, maybe there isn't. No idea. As yet, I'm filming this really early on May the 4th, so yeah, I had to get this in before I watch Moon Knight. But yeah, I had to record it early because. So if anything else comes out after this, like in the middle of May the 4th, well, who knows what I'll have to do. I might have to do more episodes or just put those tomorrow. I have no idea. Either way, this is, like I said, it's documentary. It's if you like the behind the scenes things, if you love seeing how the world of Star Wars is put together, you get to it's to me it's fascinating. To me, I love this kind of stuff, and to get to see all the characters and places and everything else. And I know they filmed a lot of this in the with the volume and everything else, that wraparound screen kind of thing they got. That's down the road from me, not too far from here, and it's kind of neat to know that Boba Fett, Obi-Wan, Mandalorian, all that stuff was filmed in John Favreau, who also did the first two Iron Man films on that same lot in Manhattan Beach. So it's kind of cool. And they also did Thor there too. This is back before Marvel Studios belonged to Disney. Let's just say that. Anyway, Jon Favreau, he's the guy who we know as Happy Hogan in the Iron Man films and also in the last few Spider-Man films that we saw. He's the one who has a crush on Aunt May, or had a relationship with Aunt May. I'm really getting off topic here. But yeah, Jon Favreau is the guy behind Mandalorian and, of course, the Book of Boba Fett. Him along with Dave Filoni, the man who, along with George Lucas, created the Clone Wars series and Rebels and so much more. It's these guys are kind of the beating heart of what Star Wars is these days, because it's whether it lived up to your expectations or not. Yes, everybody wanted Boba Fett to just go in there and just spend 45 minutes blasting good guys, because technically he's a bad guy. I mean, technically that's what he was started out as. He's a bad guy. He's a bounty hunter. He's a guy who kills or captures people for money. Same thing with the Mandalorian, but you have to have something about them that grounds them and connects them to the audience. Not everybody is a villain or wants to be a villain, but with Mandalorian, it became a story about family, about taking responsibility for the vulnerable, a child, in Grogu, and in Boba Fett, it's something that you see even back in the Clone Wars series when he's younger. He's looking for a family amongst other bounty hunters like Aurra Sing and Cad Bane and Bosk and everybody else. In the series that we just saw that came out in December of 2021, he's looking for a family after being irreparably traumatized by being thrown in the Sarlacc pit and escaping. This man is changed, and it's always fun. Just like if you watched any of the behind the scenes stuff on the Mandalorian, Dave Filoni he knows this world so well. While Jon Favreau does the big strokes and he knows and loves so much about the Star Wars universe, Dave Filoni knows all the little things because he studied at the foot of the master, George Lucas. But it's always fun to hear Dave Filoni explain certain elements and aspects of the characters and the worlds and the philosophies and everything else that's in Star Wars in ways that even I didn't even think of. It's not that I know everything, but it just there's things that I didn't consider. Um, I can't really tell you what it is, but you have to watch this documentary to just hear this man wax poetic about Star Wars, and that's a beautiful, beautiful thing to me. It just is so well done. Throughout this documentary, we get to see him and John and the rest of the cast and crew, from Shauna Triptych, I hope I said your name right, the costume designer, to Robert Rodriguez, who directed most of the episodes, Bryce Dallas Howard. Bryce Dallas Howard, yeah, and and other directors all discuss their part in this. Doug Chang talking about the design elements when it comes to bringing back the N1 Starfighter and the Rancor from Return of the Jedi. At least the design of the Rancor, not obviously the same Rancor, but and doing it in new ways. You get to see Rosario Dawson geek out. I mean, if Ming-Na Wen. First of all, I love the fact that there's two women, at least, I mean, obviously there's many women in this, but at least two women who have prominent roles in this series who are absolute dorks for Star Wars. Yes, Ming-Na Wen, you might know her from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Mulan, the original animated one, and she was also in the live-action one in a little cameo role, but Star Wars fans know her as Fennec Shand, so it's kind of really great to see her nerding out behind the scenes, just realizing she's living a childhood dream. It's just a beautiful thing. And of course, Rosario Dawson explaining as she's dressed up as Ahsoka, a live-action Ahsoka, talking about how the day she was called set, where she was going to be interacting with Plo Koon, this old Plo Koon diversion, which I think they use for in Mandalorian season 2 finale. She was going to be interacting with Plo Koon. And yes, it turned out to not be Plo Koon, but Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker in complete black Jedi outfit. You know, his old Jedi togs from Return of the Jedi. So, yeah, I mean, yes, there was another actor who portrayed him on screen, but Mark Hamill did also the acting at the same time, and they sort of combine things, and they show you the technology behind it, they show you everything that went into it, they show you all the AI face, why can't I say the word? My brain is not working very good, it's late. But yeah, they do all the things that make it for a more realistic Luke. Obviously, the Luke of today is a good 70-something years old, and he's not going to be able to play a late 20s, early 30s Luke, but he's there, he's doing the job. He is Luke Skywalker. He has a lightsaber on his belt. He's interacting with Grogu. He's interacting with Ahsoka, and at the same time, they also shot the other actor, I can't remember his name, who portrayed the one we saw on camera, but yet melding their performances in a way that is unique. Honestly, I don't think it's properly been done this way before. So yeah, between all the little tiny elements and the little behind the scenes stuff, all the little the details that you just don't think about when you're watching these things, but you're just hopefully just geeking out at all the crazy stuff that's happening in the Star Wars universe, that you get to live and breathe and bathe in the world of Star Wars. For somebody like me who's lived Star Wars for 99% of his life, pretty close to that. It was not all 99%, but most of it, all but the first few years. From the 70s. So this is any new instance of Star Wars is a wonderful, beautiful thing, and it's exciting to see this. And I used to love watching behind the scenes VHSs. Do I have it over here? I probably have it over here somewhere. Looking at all the old VHSs and seeing how all the props and how they created the Rancor with a Phil Tippett hand puppet back then. It was just, to me, all that stuff was cool. I mean, it was not so much me like, oh, I want to live in the Star Wars universe. I just want to go play with George Lucas's toys. I just want to go into the archives, walk around, and just touch the real Millennium Falcon, or stroke the fur of a Tauntaun or something. Those kind of things are just awesome. And for this, for something like this, this is about these kind of documentaries are about the closest a lot of us are going to get to it, unless you're going to Star Wars Celebration later this month, which I am. So it's a big month. Between May the 4th today, later tonight I'll be at a Dodgers game, watching for Star Wars night. So that'll be pretty cool. There'll be lots of Star Wars stuff going on there. And then yeah, George Lucas's birthday on the 14th, and of course, Star Wars Celebration happening right at the time of the anniversary of so many of the Star Wars films that all usually get released in May, except for the prequels. I mean, the sequel episodes. So yeah, it's kind of really cool. All right, I could go on about Star Wars forever, and I'm sure you'd love to watch a video that is 900 hours long. But we're not going to do that. I'm going to pick tomorrow's episode.
83.
83. Well, I can tell you right now, this is probably not a Star Wars episode. I could love to be wrong. Okay. I don't know if this is on here. I don't think this is not a Disney film. It's a film. I don't think it's Disney, and I think it might be like a Fox bring over, but I don't know if it's still on here. I know it was on here at one point, but we're going to see. I'm going to show it to you. I'll log out. I'll check. And if it's not, we'll come back and pick another one. But for now, we're going to be watching Confessions of a Shopaholic. Yeah. Confessions of a Shopaholic. Yeah, that's what we're watching next. And of course, I might just push that back if somehow in the middle of the day on later today, in the daytime, they start dumping a bunch of new stuff on Disney Plus that's Star Wars related. I might just make that Revenge of the Fifth episode with Star Wars stuff. Who knows? But other than that, we're watching Confessions of a Shopaholic on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge tomorrow. See you.